Hey everyone, it's Verity here and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog, Pretty Little Button. So today I'm taking part in a fantastic video hop to celebrate the Altenew Rustic Charm release. Today I'm creating a card with just one die and showing you how you can get a beautiful tone on textured background using that die along with it as a focal element. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the card we're going to be creating today. And as I said, we're just using one die set to create both the background and the focal element. So we are using the Lovely Ornaments die set, and there's also a coordinating stamp set. And I will use a sentiment from that stamp set later. Now I used the bauble and I die cut out of white cardstock. And I do this several times. With this die, you will get the actual outline of the die with the elements cut out. And then also you get all these negative pieces, which are the sort of foliage within that die. Now, I've cut this out several times because I want to use loads of those pieces of sort of foliage leaves. And I am then just using some glue to adhere these down onto a white card panel. Now, when I'm creating a custom background piece like this, I find the easiest thing to do is start in the middle of the card and work your way out. If you were to work your way inwards, you may find that you'll get to the middle and you'll not be able to fit any pieces in cohesively or neatly. They may not be the right size for the space. And therefore, starting in the middle, working your way out, it allows you to overhang pieces which you can then trim down. So there are sort of three main pieces within the bauble that cuts out large enough to create these foliage pieces. I'm using these pieces from the bauble in varying orientations across the card, and when I've filled most of the card panel out, I'm then just using my scissors to trim off any of the die cuts that overhang. Now I don't get rid of all of those die cut pieces that I've cut off because I can reuse some of those to fill in some of the gaps on the edges, and then it just makes a more complete panel. So whilst I'm trimming this panel down, I'll just give you some information about the video hop giveaway that Altenew are sponsoring as part of this fun video hop to celebrate the Rustic Charm release. They're giving away $200 in total prizes. So there are $25 gift certificates up for grabs for 8 lucky winners. And in order to participate in the giveaway, you need to comment on the Altenew video at the beginning of the hop, as well as the designers on the YouTube hop as well. You need to do this by the 14th of October, and Altenew will draw the random 8 winners and announce them on their Altenew's winner page by the 16th of October. You'll be able to find the full video list hop on Altenew's channel, and you'll find the next person in the hop in my description box below, along with a list of the products used in today's video for you to shop. These are affiliated links at no extra cost to you. So once I've trimmed down that panel, I'm then going to create the bauble. So obviously I've die cut the bauble several times out of white cardstock to get the foliage pieces to create that textured background. And so now I'm going to layer up several of those baubles on top of each other to create some dimension. Here I am layering up 3 of those. I'm just using a bit of liquid adhesive to line them up together and then secure them in place. I like to use a liquid adhesive like this because it allows me to have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure the die cut is nice and aligned up before it sets. Now, to make this stand out from the background a little bit, I'm going to back this with some gold heat embossing. So I've got a piece of scrap card here that I had already heat embossed a while ago and used for something else, and it was big enough to cut the circle die from the die set, the Lovely Ornament die set, to die cut the circle out of that, to then add the decorative bauble on top. The circle from the die set matches the same size as the bauble, so you know when you die cut them they are going to overlay and sit perfectly and you won't have any gaps. Again, I'm just going to add some liquid adhesive to the back of this and then just adhere it down. I do find it's useful to place a heavy object over the top whilst it's drying, just to ensure it stays put. The heat embossing is a slick surface, so you may find it slips if you move it about. Just place something heavy over the top. So once that was done, I trimmed down the background panel, and I also die cut the little bauble topper from the same heat embossing and added that to my bauble. I'm just trimming a piece of black ribbon down. Now, the piece of scrap heat embossing card that I did off screen a while ago for another project had some double-sided adhesive sheet on it, so it meant I could adhere my ribbon to that securely. And then I just tucked the end of the ribbon over the top of the background so it looked like the baubles hanging from the top. Once I did that, I could then foam mount it onto the panel, so I've got some dimension on the bauble foam mounted, and also my card panel is foam mounted as well, getting some nice dimension there. To finish it off, I heat embossed a sentiment from the Lovely Ornaments stamp set saying Happy Holidays. Heat embossed this in gold onto black, so we're tying in the black from the ribbon and then the gold from the bauble. And then I'm finishing it off just with a few matte gold sequins to embellish the card. And I really love how sophisticated and elegant this card is, and you just use one die set to create it. So I loved how I could get creative with just one die set and create one card. And if you think about it, you could change the colour of the foliage and really change up the style of the background depending on what colours you go for. If you're new to my channel, why not think about subscribing? You can hit that bell icon to be notified when my next video is up. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this card. I'd love to hear your comments. Until next time, happy crafting!